Good morning. So I wasn't planning on doing a video this morning, but I thought you guys might get a kick out of what happened yesterday. And it brings up a subject that you guys might be experiencing too. So I slept okay last night. Thank God. The night before, and I guess it was Monday night, Tuesday night, I did not sleep well. My mind was going crazy for a couple hours in the middle of the night. So, of course, by yesterday, I was just exhausted. And I don't know if you guys ever watched the video that I talked about. I guess it was the first quantum healing session that I had. In that session, I was a light worker who went into a crystal cave to recharge. It was a recharge in Mount Shasta. And I went in and my energy or my battery was so low that it actually dimmed the crystals when I touched them. And that's kind of how I felt yesterday and have been feeling lately is extreme exhaustion. And so that's kind of what I want to talk about, but I want to tell you what happened yesterday. So yesterday at I don't know, it was like 4 o'clock-ish or so, I had kind of hit the wall. I mean, I was walking around like a zombie for a while and physically achy and tired, and my brain was mush. And I was sitting at the desk, and we had an agent that come in, and she was waiting on the closing, that she was waiting for her check and copies and everything. She was waiting for that to be done. And so she was sitting in the lobby, and she happened to work at the place that I used to work at, Keller Williams. So I swear to God, I was kind of like a toddler that sits there and talks out of their mind because they don't want to go to bed. So I'm like talking, trying to keep myself awake kind of, and just chattering like a magpie. And knowing that I'm doing it too, because I'm like, if I just stop, I'm just literally I'm gonna turn into a zombie. So anyway, she got ready to leave, and I said, thanks for listening, because I know she just basically sat there and listened to me blabber. And before she left, she goes, well, if you know I stay out in the car extra long next time, you'll know why. And then she kind of laughed, and she goes, just kidding. And I thought, yeah, no, you're probably not kidding, because I probably did make an ass out of myself just kind of talking mindlessly. So again, the exhaustion, and I'm wondering if anybody else is experiencing this. I have heard from 3 different channels, well, 2 channels and a friend of mine who are twins. And for those of you that are on my channel, you probably know what I'm talking about. Twins, twin flames, and there just being some exhaustion on our side. So I'm just wondering if anybody else is experiencing that. It's like I've tried eating different things. I've tried, I started taking extra supplements last weekend. I mean, I literally feel like I am walking around in a haze sometime, and it's not for the most part because I'm not getting enough sleep, because like I said, I go to bed like really early to make sure that I get plenty of sleep. So anyway, I'm curious if anybody else is experiencing that, because I feel like us light workers, ground crew, whatever you want to call it, might be the ones that are experiencing this more than other people. I feel like sometimes I am up working all night long, and when I say working, I'm like, I don't know where I'm going, I don't know what dimension I'm working in, I don't know what I'm trying to fix, I don't know what kind of downloads I'm getting, but I wake up in the morning and I'm probably as tired or more tired than I was when I went to bed the night before. So that I want to throw that out there and just kind of get your take on that. Is anybody else experiencing that? And if anybody has any explanation of that, I would love to hear it. Which brings me around to another thing that I guess it makes me a little aggravated. There are people out there that are choosing not to be part of the group helping bring us to the next phase of this spiritual war that we're in. I'm like, I'm going to call it a spiritual war. You know, by now, if you haven't been doing any investigation on your own or any trying to study, I mean, surely by now you know that we are literally in a spiritual war between light and dark. If you don't know that and you don't know what I'm talking about, then you haven't dug deep enough to know what is going on. So that also brings me to a few questions that I want to kind of try to gauge where my people are at that are watching this channel. Because to be honest, I really don't know why you guys watch me, and I don't mean that the way it sounds. I would like to know, why do you watch me? Do you come here for information? Do you come here for inspiration? Do you come to watch me make an ass out of myself? I don't know. I really would like to know why people watch my channel. I would also like to know, do you guys know that we are in the middle of a global reset, a global economic reset? Do you know what Jasara and Nasara is? Are those terms that you're familiar with? Do you not have a clue what I'm talking about? Did you know that the Federal Reserve, the U.S. that we have had forever, so I think maybe in the 30s, that the Federal Reserve, that everybody in the United States knows what the Federal Reserve is. Did you know that that was not owned by the government? Did you know that that was owned by the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers? And basically they were loan sharks for the United States for all these years. And there's a lot of other stuff that goes along with that. So I'm curious, do you know about that? Do you know what the global reset is? Do you know what the deep underground military bases are and why they're blowing those up right now? What do you know? What do you not know? Where do I need to start? That would be really helpful to know as far as going forward, what to discuss, where I need to start. Do I need to start at the beginning and explain everything? Or are most of the people that watching me have a pretty good idea of kind of what's going on? So I guess that's it. I want to know if you all are exhausted like I am. I want to know what your knowledge base is on what is really going on right now. You know, a lot of people are waking up to the reality with everything that's happened. So I just need to kind of get a base point of where my followers are and what you know, what you don't know, what you want to talk about, what you want to hear. What do you come here for? That's it. Have a great day. Bye.